Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share with you some gift ideas for Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up, so don't forget to get your mom something special. And as a mom myself, to be honest, moms don't really want anything in particular on Mother's Day. They just want to feel loved by their children, and a lot of time that's in the form of spending time together or doing FaceTime if you live far away from your mom and having a good conversation. Or make your mom a really nice and thoughtful card to tell her how much you love her. And for that matter, don't just limit these special things to Mother's Day. Every day should be Mother's Day. That being said, if you're looking for a few gift ideas for your mom, then you've come to the right place. So flowers are a really common gift to get your mom for Mother's Day, but if you want to get her something that's going to last a little bit longer, then consider getting one of these preserved rose boxes. I got this one from Rose Forever, and I just want to disclose that they sent this to me for free to review. If you're interested in purchasing these, make sure to use my coupon code kawaiiworld15 to save 15%. These are really cool because they are actually real roses that they have preserved in some way. And so you can feel the rose petals. They're soft and they're a little bit crispier than regular rose petals, but these are actually real roses. And according to the Rose Forever website, they are supposed to last for up to 1 year. They sell roses in velvet boxes, but I chose this one in an acrylic container because I thought it would be fun to put this on my nightstand or my vanity table, and you can use the bottom drawer to store jewelry or makeup or anything kind of pretty that you want to display. Rose Forever is a New York-based rose brand that launched in 2019. They use natural oils to preserve the roses, and these bouquets are handcrafted by professional rose artisans. So the next item that I'm going to suggest is a special box of cookies from the company Shiroi Koibito, and this is a Japanese company that I became familiar with after living in Japan. The thing about Japanese snacks or snack boxes is that if you get like a high-end one like this one, they'll package it super nicely. So they're even wrapped. And then this one comes in this tin box that is reusable, and I have a couple of these boxes already that I use to store my trinkets in, or you can use it to store your sewing supplies or whatever when you're done eating these cookies. And these cookies are from Hokkaido, which is in the northern part of Japan. It gets really cold there in the winter, and I visited for the Sapporo Snow Festival. If it's a fancy box of cookies, it'll usually come with a little brochure that tells you about the different types of snacks that they offer and a little bit about the company. So these cookies are basically really fancy Milano type cookies. This one is a white chocolate cookie, and it has a really thick piece of white chocolate sandwiched between two buttery, crispy cookies. It almost looks like a piece of butter, doesn't it? So if you are a fan of white chocolate, then you'll probably love this cookie. This tends to be more on the sweet side when you compare it to other Japanese desserts. This box also contains a few pieces of this milk chocolate cookie, and I actually like this one much better than the white chocolate because personally I'm not a huge fan of white chocolate. I prefer like really dark chocolate. So I like this one better, and I think my kids do too, but my husband prefers the white chocolate cookie. This one is very similar, but it just has milk chocolate inside, and this is honestly so good. It's so much better than Milano's, I think, because the chocolate to cookie ratio is smaller with this cookie, so you get a lot more chocolate and a lot less cookie, and it's kind of like eating chocolate with a little bit of a cookie crunch. Another high-end Japanese snack that I really like is the yokumoku sigare, and like most Japanese snacks, they have the expiration date on the package, and it comes pre-wrapped, which is really nice. So this one I also bought on Kawaii, but I don't recommend using Kawaii to buy food. They sell it at Neiman Marcus and Saks, I think, and I've also seen it on Amazon. Sometimes opening these Japanese snacks is like opening a surprise egg because there's so many layers of wrapping that you have to unwrap before you get to the center. But this one also comes in a reusable tin box, so after you're done eating the cookies, you can use it to store your stationery, your letters or pens or craft supplies in. I am a big fan of these desserts that come in tin boxes because I collect them and I use them to store my stationery in. So it is these cookies that look like little rolled up cigars, and they do sell a cheaper version of this in the Japanese supermarket. I think it's made by the brand called Bourbon, but it's not the same as these cookies. These cookies are extra buttery and rich and delicious, and they're just so amazing. These are a lot simpler than the Shiroi Koibito cookies, but I actually like these better because they're not too sweet and they're so buttery and so rich and just so delicious. And in the middle it's hollow, as you can see, but the buttery layer, it extends like quite far into the middle, so it's not completely hollow. The nice thing about these snacks is they're individually wrapped, so you have some portion control, and I think I've been able to limit myself to like 1 or 2 per day thanks to the packaging, and they taste really good with tea. So I don't know if you guys are still working from home, but I am, and even though everyone's getting vaccinated, COVID is not over yet. So as far as things go with my office, we're still working from home. So one thing that I do, which I don't think is great, is to wear the same clothes to sleep and when I wake up. I don't actually change my clothes when I start working. I wear my pajamas the whole day, and they're not really pajamas, they're sweats. So I have these Nike sweats that I wear all the time, but I was listening to a podcast, and one of the things that they recommended was to change into your work clothes, and then when you're done working, change into your pajamas, and that way you can sort of mentally, switch off and be in the home mode because you're going to be in the same place. There was one guy who actually got into his car, drove around the block, and came home and declared he was home to mark the time when he was done working. And so I thought I would try out these Upper J pajamas. They have such a classy look, and they're made out of this jersey fabric so they don't wrinkle, but I think that a nice fancy pair of pajamas would make a wonderful Mother's Day gift. Another gift that I think is really lovely is a initial necklace for mom. So this is basically a necklace with the initials of your kids on it, and I think it's such a lovely and personal gift. I got this one off of Etsy and it was really affordable, so I'll link the seller below if you guys are interested. A lot of people, including myself, has switched over to Kindles because they take up a lot less space, and if your mom doesn't have one, then I think that's also a great gift. But what I wanted to recommend here were some coffee table or recipe books, and I think these are great because it's really fun to page through all the pictures, and sometimes it's just nice to have a nice book to hold in your hands, especially if it has a lot of pretty photographs in it. So you can get a recipe book like Ad Hoc at Home or Sprouted Kitchen, which are 2 that we like. And another book that I received as a gift, which I thought was really nice, was this book called My Family Cookbook, and it's this recipe book which you have to fill in yourself, so you can personalize it to your family and put in your family's favorite recipes. So I think it would be really nice to give this to your mom partially filled in, and there's even a place where you can add photographs, and you can just really make it personal and make it into the kind of cookbook that you can pass down from generation to generation. So you guys have probably heard of Brandon Stanton, who writes the blog Humans of New York, and he published a book fairly recently called Humans, which covers stories from people all around the world. And so I recently bought this book, and I think it makes for a really nice coffee table book. So this might also make a great gift for your mom. If your mom is a creative type of person, then one gift that you might want to consider getting her is a nice set of watercolor paints or art supplies or whatever medium she likes to work with. So my mom is retired and she does this craft class, and there is somebody there who's teaching watercolors. So I thought I would get my mom a nice high-end set of watercolor paints, as well as some watercolor paper, and then maybe a couple of these self-watering brushes, which I thought were really cool. I got this from a box called Art Crate, and I think that would also be fun to do like a subscription type of art box if your mom is the creative type of person. So this was a random present that my daughter and husband came home with once. I think they got it at Lowe's, but it is this cute purple air plant in a glass teardrop, and I just thought this was so pretty. I was working on my computer at home and Valentina came up to me with her hands behind her back and she said, "Mommy, close your eyes." And when I opened my eyes, I saw this gorgeous little plant. So I just thought this was really pretty, and if you can find something like this, I think it would make for a really lovely Mother's Day gift. Alternatively, I have this terrarium that I bought pre-assembled at Home Depot, and I really like this because I'm actually terrible at taking care of plants, so succulents are perfect for the mom with a brown thumb. Have you guys seen this tea before? It's this purplish blue butterfly pea tea, and if you put citrus in it, then it becomes this gorgeous rainbow color. They sell it at Teamy, and I received a bag for free from Teamy, and this one is a jasmine infused butterfly pea tea. So it doesn't just contain the flowers, it also contains a little bit of tea, which gives it a little bit more flavor and a little bit of caffeine. I will brew about 1 tablespoon of tea with about 1 cup of hot water, and then you'll get sort of this blue tea mixture, and to that you want to add some ice to cool it down, and then you're going to make a citrus mixture which will cause the drink to change color. So I like to use this hallabong tea, but you can also just make some lemonade, or the yuzu citron tea is also really good. And then once you mix the tea with the citrus mixture, it will turn this purplish pink color, and the color kind of depends on, you know, how much citrus you use or what type, but I think this is a really fun and unique tea. Skincare is also a really nice gift. Some products that I think are really versatile are the Snail Mucin Essence by Cosrx, as well as a propolis ampule. So I've used the Wish Trend one, the Cosrx one, and this other one by iUnique, and they're all really good. Check out my other skincare videos for more recommendations. So I'm not really a big scents person, but I do love this candle. It's the Volcano Candle by Capri Blue, and it's really affordable. You can buy it at Anthropologie, but I noticed that they were selling this on Amazon lately, which I think is really cool. I love this scent. It's just so fruity and delicious, and I think this would also make a great gift for Mother's Day. One gift that I would always welcome is a box of macarons from Laduree, and if you don't live in a location where they have a store in person, you can also get it online, but I think it's going to be a lot more expensive. Another really indulgent yet lovely gift for moms, I think, would be a box of candy from Sugarfina, and you can customize your own, or you can get a pre-made box, and I think they sell them at the various department stores as well as through the Sugarfina website. Happy early Mother's Day to all you moms out there, and I want to give a big thank you and shout out to my Patreons and channel members. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.